Hello and welcome to Staff Exclusive. I am your host Natasha Brown and thank you for being with us again today. For today's exclusive interview, I have with me an actress, a masseuse, brand influencer, absolutely bunch of amazingness. You want to stay tuned and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey there! Are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
Welcome back. So, like I was saying, the amazing, delectable, vivacious, absolutely delightful Fubara SELEYE. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's absolutely good. I'm loving that you're here already. You look so beautiful at the same time.
Thank you. So do you.
And all of that.
Thank you.
So, SELEYE the actress. Tell us about your startup journey. How did you come into being an actress?
Well, I've always known I was going to be an actor since I was a kid. And my wish I started earlier, but I feel like every time you start is the right time. I sent Uche Odupota, the actor, a message on Facebook. I was like, hi, my name is SELEYE FUBARA. I'm an actor. I can act. I can do this. I promise if you just give me an opportunity, I'm not asking for much. And I sent him the whole entire epistle from Paul to the Christian.
Okay.
And he was like, okay, fine, you can come. It was filming in Asaba then, so I went there and when we got...
From Port Harcourt or
yeah,
somewhere else? Okay.
I went from Port Harcourt. So after that, we did a film, The Oath. I played 5 scenes in it. There was Tana, there was himself, and I can't remember all the people on the job. So that was my very first film, officially. And that was 2018. Then much later that year, I wrote a script for him. I write. And it was like, okay, they produced it in Lagos. And he wasn't around. So, okay, you have to come to Lagos to do it. So, yeah, that's how I went to Lagos. And that was my second
So social media actually does help a lot. Because, you know, a lot of people go through their DMs and, you know, they don't necessarily respond or they don't.
Yeah, well, he's
so
one
should I
person.
say you were lucky or favored or something?
I was favored. It was just that.
Because a lot of time they don't get to look into their DMs.
No, they don't. And Uche is pretty accessible.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's an easygoing person. So it was easy. Facebook, Messenger. I wasn't sure it was him, but I sent a message anyway and it worked out.
Has it been an easy journey so far? Because you said you started in 2018, but you've been in a number of films. So you're doing pretty, like, I would say, like, you are getting it real quick. So, like, how's that been?
Well, let's say I've been pursuing acting for almost 10 years. 10 years. And at some point, I got so discouraged because of where I was, and I knew there was no way I was going to be an actor here. And my dreams were in Lagos. So all I was thinking about is how am I going to get there? And I tried to move into Lagos 3 times, actually, before I finally did in 2019. And from 2019, it has been a roller coaster. I don't think anybody has it smoothly. I wanted to produce my first film as a writer. I was like, okay, there's this picture in my head. I want to bring it out and blah, yada, yada, yada. And as usual, getting funding was pretty difficult. But then after all the years of talking, God sent an angel. Yeah, in the form of Ten Jackrish, his foundation, Belma Age Foundation. So, okay, she said she can do this. Give her the funds to do it. And that was how I started. I produced my first film in August 2019, Memory Lane, and it came out. It featured Desmond Elliott, Bimba Quintela, myself, Roxy Antax, Bolaji Ogumola.
Did it air on Rock TV or
on Rock?
Oh, okay,
it came out and it was beautiful. It made top 10 on Rock that year, the next year, 2020, and it was amazing. And so from there, I just started producing. Most people at first didn't even know I was an actor. Because before I knew it, it was, Fubara, please come and help me produce this. Fubara, do this. Fubara, do this. So it was more producer. The name Fubara was going forward as a producer. It was much later when the film started coming out. People were like, oh, wait, you're an actor. And you're pretty good at it. So that's how it started.
Absolutely. There's something that I really do like about you. It's how you bring out your enjoyness, so to speak, in your acting, in your personality.
Yeah.
You are unashamedly enjoy.
No, I can't help it.
And the thing is, Nollywood is I think poised to be there is more affinity with the Easterners and the Westerners, and there's less of the Southerners in there, or really at the top tier.
Yeah.
So has that been difficult for you? In any way,
I'm going to say for anybody in life, trying to cover niche for yourself or being heard is going to take a lot of battle. But thank God for people like Dakore. But after her, I don't think I've really seen any Ijaw person come to limelight. We had the likes of Karibi Fubara, God bless his soul. He was able to go through, but maybe because he didn't pass through the journey of small films, a lot of people did not know him. But truthfully,
I got to know him through Tinsel.
yeah. So, but truthfully, making it in Nollywood as an Ijaw person is not as easy, because some of the time, like I will tell people when they say some people are tribalistic or people are not tribalistic, I come to the defense. Why? I'm a storyteller. If I want to tell a film right now, the first person that will come to my head to cast as a mother or something, a woman in the community, would be Hilda Dokubo. Because why? Naturally, she'll fit into the story I'm trying to tell, because I'm Ijaw. I've been in Port Harcourt my entire life. So my stories are going to be centered around true events and what I've experienced going fast. So if the Yoruba person decides to tell their stories, it will be hard for me and Ijaw women to fit in. If the Igbos want to tell their stories, it's hard for me to fit in. Most of the time, at some point, MMA song, I think, brought a good bridge the gap for the Efik people, but nobody has been able to do that for the Ijaw people. So it's pretty hard. Like I always tell them on every set, I'm always the odd one out, and it's fine. I'm going to accept my differences and just stick to it.
I know what I'm about to ask you is almost cliche.
Okay.
But so to speak, you are a lovely lady and you are absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Has that cost you in any way in the movie industry in Nollywood, so to speak? Because there's all of these backstories to how the female folk are treated. So that's one thing, you already being female and being in the movie industry, but so much so when you're a really pretty female, like with an African body and all of that. Have you had those dramas around it?
Well, for me in the industry, no.
Absolutely not? Okay.
Absolutely not. I've never had all the stories. No, it has never been me. No, not me. For some reason, I think the always speeches of minister to them, don't get around that careful. Don't go. So I think another reason is because I came in and I maybe showed them I knew what I was coming there to do, and that was it.
Okay.
No, I never had that.
Absolutely. So that's a good thing. I mean, I'm happy that I can hear that for you, because I know that I've heard a lot of stories. And there was one time, Nollywood was trending on Twitter because of this.
Yeah, sexual roles,
And people would come out and say different things.
I don't know why it's still happening, because I tell people I love to believe that right now in the film industry, it's more female dominated.
Oh, yes.
We have more female producers. So, excuse me, if you're desperate and you let yourself be in that position.
You said you let yourself be in that position. How does that come in? Like,
if you
how do they put themselves in such a position where...
I've never been that desperate person. I always tell people I'm hungry. There's a difference between being hungry and being desperate. So when you go to them, and for me, some people say I'm arrogant, but it's okay. You tell me, oh, this is this, and then there's one funny clause around it. I'm not doing it. It's as simple as that. So the moment you want to do everything, anything to get this, and no, darling, they smell the desperation, say they feed you whatever rubbish they have to. No, you can't feed me that.
Okay, what would you say was your first breakthrough, like one of your big breakthroughs into Nollywood?
The very first one was Four Wives and a Mistress. It featured Desmond Elliott, Mona Lisa, Mary Lazarus, Selassie Ibrahim, Kalu, Kiagu. So it was a lot of people. So I was like the only newbie, and it was a supporting role, and it was beautiful.
Absolutely amazing. Okay, so just stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Have you gotten your PVC? As the 2023 Nigerian general elections draw nearer, do not be an onlooker. You can better still join a party and get your PVC ready. Our leaders have started showing interest to run. So what are you waiting for? Do not say your vote do not count. Yes, it does. Because if it doesn't, the politicians will be running after you to buy your vote. Let your voice be heard through participation.
This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited.
Welcome back. So we were talking about your movies. Now, one of the movies I really like that you featured in is actually the one you acted with Pere of BB Niger.
Duke and Dummy.
Duke and Dummy.
Yeah.
I loved you in that movie so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm trying not to be found out. But I really did love you in that movie.
you.
I think that you were so original, so authentic in your acting.
Oh,
my mother, I watched it with my mom. She was like, "Who is this person?" You spoke Ijaw, acted Ijaw. Everything was just on point. Tell me about that movie. How did it even come about, the role?
Okay, so I know the director. She's also a writer, Uzioma Nwala. And so one day, at home, she calls me. She said, Fubara, there's a story I'm trying to tell, but I don't want it to be the normal Yoruba or Igbo thing. I'm trying to do something different. I'm like, okay. She said, okay, please, what to the names? Give me some reverse names. And so I mentioned the name. I was like, Damite. She said, Damite. What's short form for Damite? I was like, Dami. She said, Dami is Yoruba. I said, no. But if you write it and then you put it Dami, so people will think it's Yoruba. At the end of the day, you get the opportunity to lecture them that this is actually a reverse Ijaw name, Damite, and what it means, and that the short form is also Dami. So days after she calls me, no, Fubara, let me tell you the truth, I've been writing that story for you, so you're going to play the story. I'm like, what? Hey, opportunity to speak pidgin English. That was the only thing that came to mind. I said, what? I get to be Ijaw? Nah, please. I'll take that any day, anytime. So it was amazing. It was amazing. And the woman that played my mother, oh, I love her. I love her. It was beautiful.
Both of you did sync. It was original.
People called me. I'm like, is that your real mother? I'm like, no. So the resemblance was there. Then the mother-daughter chemistry was there, and it was beautiful. Teresa is a fantastic actor.
What would you say is the reason there is not a lot of representation from the Southerners in Nollywood, so to speak?
We don't have a lot of filmmakers.
Oh, really?
From our region, we don't have a lot of filmmakers. That's the truth.
How about the talent we have, actors and all that? So are you saying that if anybody actually wants to make it out from the South, you have to actually be in Lagos and get it all working out from Lagos? And
for now, sadly, that's the truth. Until somebody is able to take the risk and come back home to do it.
But we have veterans down here. We have the Hilda Dakobas, we have the Mona Lisa, so to speak. We have the Gentle Jacks and the Wolf Angers.
Yeah, for me, I think everybody's just trying to do their bit, but the way I talk to everybody these days is simple. I said, I'm not trying to do a big film. I'm trying to make a difference. I'm trying to introduce my tribe, my culture, my tradition to the world, bit by bit. Bit by bit is TV. Excuse me, you'll see it in next week's film once. It doesn't make the person a star. Doesn't mean suddenly people know all about you. The reason why we know what Yoruba accent sounds like and everything is because they continuously kept on telling us this is who we are. But there's nobody there to constantly tell people, these are Ijaw people, this is how we sound, this is what we look like, this is what we eat, this is what we... Most of the time, when you say Ijaw, they say, hey, Igbo. Omo Igbo. That's what they say. But many people. That's it. So people don't even know. The only thing that helps is, when they see the kilali, the dressing, I know this dressing now. That's all. But they don't know anything about us. And until somebody is able to tell these stories will be TV, YouTube. For me, I call them the oil market. That's where people see you continuously. Almost everybody has been a star in Nollywood came from mainstream TV.
I'll talk about grants because I know that one thing that I've heard about is about lack of funding when it comes to making movies, and that's why there are a lot of stories that would have been out there that are not yet told. Would you say that the government has a big role to play in that? Because I remember our former president, Goodluck Jonathan, he set up a grant, for the Nollywood entertainment sector.
But are they going to give it to me? That's the question. Nigerians, I keep saying this, until we move from certificate, is what my mom says, to sabificate. Do I have to do the name dropping first? Do you have to know, okay, when I was looking for funds, I would say, but you haven't done anything. But how do I do something if I'm not giving you the opportunity to do it? What makes you feel that the person that came before me is the best person to do the job? What makes you feel, why can't you trust my youth and my hunger? Why can't you trust that? Until people are able to trust that, really, grants or no grants is still going to go to the same people, and they're still going to do the same kind of films. And like I always tell any Nollywood big producer or director, I'm like, say you're talented, you're experienced, but you cannot be more talented than me. I am younger. There is no way you can be more talented than me. You will beat me with experience, but nah, you can't be more talented than me. No.
So I'll just come at you personally. You've had a little brush up with bleaching. Yes,
sadly.
So I would like to ask, would you say it's the pressure? Because everybody should even know predominantly the skin color appreciated in Nollywood or entertainment as a light skin.
Yeah.
So would you say that had a part to play?
Yeah, definitely. Let's just say I was in the wrong circle and I kept on hearing the same thing. Maybe if you lighten up a bit, light man, nothing more to do, put more light, okay. So people feel like things don't get to you, and personally, nothing has ever gotten to me. I've never been the kid that's being influenced by other people. I'm always the influence. So don't ever think you're like a rock, nothing will get to you, because actually it got to me. And then I felt like, okay, if I was a bit lighter, maybe they will actually see me. But I was wrong. Don't bleach your skin. I'm just going to put it out there that it wasn't intentional, but I still take the blame for it. I should have never listened. So don't. Black is gold. Black is beautiful.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I'm rooting for that. Your skin is absolutely popping. And as a brand influencer, you also work with a skincare brand.
Yes.
Promoting you being comfortable in your own skin.
Yes. So after my ordeal with bleaching, I started using a particular product. Everybody, please, I can use it. It was organic. So I said, if you mention Ogar to me before you complete your nick, you're going to lose a tooth. So my cousin is actually the producer, and she said, no, trust me, you're my sister. I'm going to do this. And I used it for over a year before I even started telling people, because after my bleaching ordeal, I had so much body acne. I was in patches. I was like a map of some country that I don't know. It was just different colors all over my body, over using. And it cleared up.
But would you say, bleaching has anything to do with your self-confidence?
Yes. Totally. Because I feel like right now, I've always been the person that would be like, you have to really hate yourself. It has to be a deep-seated, serious hate for you to want to change the one thing that stays with you forever. Your skin is what houses your entire body. Bones break, this happens, that happens, but the one thing that stays with you till your last day is your skin. It's a story of where you're from, the journey you've been through. It's your identity. No, don't do nothing to your skin.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so funny thing about you also wear a masseuse at a point in time. Like, what haven't you done? Fitness lover, masseuse, what haven't you done? How did you even come about that?
My grandma used to be a masseuse, so yeah, from there just naturally came. But I don't take massages. That's the funny thing.
Do you still do that now?
No, except maybe.
They can pay the money.
Yes. If it's worth it, but no more.
Okay, so quickly. Now, I would like to especially congratulate you, because I mean your growth is very much visible. Nobody would say that, you know, they're not saying that you're both talented and you're getting the right trajectory in your you know, field. But I'd like to ask, for those coming up, for those upcoming actresses, what would you advise them? What would be your go-to advice to them if you really want to be visible and seen, so to speak? What would be your advice? In
a generation where we have more movie stars than actors, there's a difference. A movie star doesn't necessarily have to be the most talented person. It's a whole brand. You come in.
You're well marketed.
Yes. And the glow, and choose who you want to be. Do I want to be a movie star? Do I want to be the actor?
But
or do I want to be the actor that's a movie star? Okay. Yes. So you can be both. But before you ask people for the opportunity to be seen, make sure you have what is sellable.
Talent?
Yes. And work. There's something I tell people here. Hard work doesn't hide. Hard work is like going to the gym. The moment you see somebody's body that's been done in the gym, the moment a person walks in, you know it. The moment an actor puts in work and they play that film, you will see the blood, the sweat, the tears. You will see everything. Let's take this film, for example, King of Boys. Part 1, everybody was blown away. Now, it was the first time I was really seeing Tony Tones. Now, give me part 2. In part 2, she showed you, hey, I sat down, I brought Auntie Shola, I put her in a pot, I cooked her, and I ate her. You will see the work she did in part 2, everything. And I was telling somebody, I said, do you know what it means for an actor to abuse somebody that they idolize? I said, oh, mommy, and they say action, and you look at her and you call her out there from your heart. And we can see that you're telling her from your heart. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. Give it to the Hollywood guy, Kevin Hart. He did Fatherhood. And we're like, oh, wow. It was no longer the jester. It was beautiful to see. It was a new side of him. Then we now saw blood and sweat in True Story. I'm like, Kevin Hart, you're born to be an actor. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah. Because hard work does not hide. Do the work. Do the work. I don't stop. I'm always misbehaving in front of a mirror. I don't stop. Do the work. Don't waste the opportunity, because they would not give it to the next person after you if you misuse it. Do the work.
Absolutely, do the work. I love that last thing you just said. So absolutely, I would love to keep having this conversation with you, but unfortunately, I think they're calling me out there.
No,
but still, thank you so much for staying tuned with us and watching this whole interview with the lovely SELEYE.
Thank you
also for coming here. And I hope you have absolutely enjoyed it. For more of this, follow us on all of our social media platforms at SAF TV. I am Natasha. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.